everyone, Cindy A. Lewis here. Welcome. I am following up with part 2 to embellish the Quilted Moments junk mail envelope jog journal that I made yesterday. And I covered it with the beautiful pages from Quilted Moments by Creating with Jovi. This is a design team project, and it is really a fun kit to work with, and this is available on Jovi's Etsy shop. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a few moments and embellish some of the pages. I plan to do at least 3 page layouts to give you some ideas of how you could take it and embellish your own pages, whether it's in a junk mail envelope, a junk journal or not. So this is the journal that we made yesterday. I'm using ink to make the edges look vintage, as well as my papers didn't quite fit my envelopes. So I am just taking a moment, and before I embellish anything, I am adding the ink. So you can see I used 7 envelopes folded to make the actual journal and 1 envelope to make the cover. I used a doily here, and I use Collal glue, all purpose, and it's my favorite. And then I'm using Distress Oxide Vintage Photo ink along with my scissors today, and the kit's beautiful images that I printed out. All right, so let's go ahead and do one of the page layouts that I want to do for you. And since there are ready-made pockets here, I'm not going to add anything to go in those, but I just want you to remember you do have ready-made pockets whenever you are using junk mail envelopes, and make sure you're not gluing them closed. So do go in and double check those to make sure. All right, so what we're going to do for today's, on this beautiful page, we're going to add a doily tuck spot on this side. And I have a doily here that is cut into a 1/4. But you can see it's just a little bit long. So I'm going to cut it down. I'm going to give myself about 1 inch. So I'm going to cut that down, and we're going to glue it in. For this page, I'm going to glue it right here on the left bottom corner, and I'm just going to put a line of glue on 2 sides and glue it into that corner. That becomes our tuck spot easily. Let's see, let's pull it down just a little bit. And then all you have to do is embellish it how you would like it to look. I'm just going to show you here. That's your little tuck spot. So I'm going to embellish it for you so you get an idea. So adding the same ribbon that I put on the front, I'm going to do that inside this cover. And I may do it inside the back cover too. I don't think I have enough to add it to every page. But this is what I used on the front cover. And we're just going to add it to the inside front page. And I believe we'll add it to the inside back page. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. So this is the inside back page. Go ahead and ink the edges, and then we'll glue on that ribbon. And we're going to just glue it right here on this edge for some cohesiveness, and then we can trim it as needed. So we're just going to glue it here, and we can trim it down here later. Now sometimes it's fun to have fabric as a little tuck spot, but that's not really an intention here. So it's got it peeking over there. I don't have this one peeking over quite as much. So let's pull it out a little bit more. I want to conflict with my doily there, but maybe that'll give it some stability. There we go. All right, so that way I have that running through. So I see I have it here, and maybe I'll put something there. Let's see. Okay, so we have our doily here. I do want to put something on there, maybe a button or maybe something from Jovi's kit. All right, so for this one, this corner tuck, we made a doily little tuck spot. I've added lace. I added a star. We're going to put so much love here, and I added a tag from the kit. So it looks really, really cute. We're going to skip on over to the next page, and on this page we're going to add a little flip and then a belly band. So this is a really fun one. It's the next step up. It's simple, yet it can be, you know, you have to think it through. So we're going to make a flip. This one is about 4 inches by, what did I make this one? This is 4 inches wide by about 6.5 inches. And then I scored it at 1/2 inch and folded on that top portion. Then I made a fun belly band, and the belly band measures to be right at about the 4 inches, a little bit less, and about 1.5 inches. Then I took 4 inches tall, so folded, so this is 8 inches, folded on 4, making it 4 inches, and this is 2 inches. And this will actually be an additional flip that will be behind the belly band, but yet open up like it's covering the belly band. And then you have a little journaling spot there. So let's assemble this so that you can see how it works. All right, let's assemble this. So we've got our flip. We're going to put it at the top. To make this flip up, so we glued right here at the very top of the page the little scored 1/2 inch that I made on this side, but we glued it to the pocket this side of the page. Then I took one of the journaling cards and glued it on the top and put a little message in there. So when you flip it up, you can see the belly band, and this little piece is just glued onto the belly band right here, and it flips up, and I put a little button there. So this is an actual functional belly band right here, but it has like a little flip journaling spot right there. And this little flip kind of covers everything. But it does need some texture, and it does need a focal point. So let's do that really quickly. All right, I have some lace I want to put over here. And I just like to make it look pretty. And whatever we have extra, we can always cut off. So that looks pretty. And then I have one of the pictures from the kit. We're just going to make that a focal point, not a pocket. So we're going to glue that down like that. Really, really cute. I love that. Okay, then we're going to take a little button. I have my buttons here. We're going to glue a button on. And again, this one already has thread and it's old. And we're just going to glue it right there. Let that set up. All right, and then we're just going to put Sewn with Sunshine. This is from the kit as well. We're just going to put that up here at the top, just above the picture. That looks so cute. And then you can see, make sure my button's stuck, that I have my flip up, that my flip here is adhered over my belly band. My belly band is functional and lovely. And I'm sorry about not showing you that gluing process there because my camera wasn't on, so I don't know what's wrong. Anyway, thanks so much. All right, so we did a tuck, a corner, diagonal corner tuck. We did 2 flips with a belly band. And then we're just going to take one little other thing. And this is just a piece of page that I cut out to be about 6 3/4 by about 3 inches. And we're just going to move to another page. All right. And it will look good across from this page, so we're going to put it on this page. It's going to be a flip out from this pocket. Okay, so for my flip out, I'm going to put a hole right here and add some ribbon. So we might as well do that now. So this is chiffon ribbon that I just love, and it's a perfect match to this color paper. So we're just going to tie a little knot. We don't need a bow or anything, and we're not going to hang anything from it. We're just going to use it kind of like a pull. Okay. Now on the inside, we're going to put this little patchwork that is from the kit, and I'm going to put it right up here against this where the fold is, and we're going to make it a tuck spot. So we've got that corner tuck just like we did earlier. We're kind of hiding it behind this piece, and that's okay. Then I have my little tiny tag I can put in here, right? So you can see how that'll work. All right, so we're going to let that set. And while that's setting, we're going to go ahead and put it inside this pocket, which is from one of the envelopes. So we're going to glue that in. So all we're going to do is put glue right here and slide it into the pocket. We're going to do it right here at the top and glue that in. Then this is going to be an opening like this. Okay, so then we've got our little tuck here that we can put our tag in, and we can close that. If you don't want to put this tag in there, you could put another tag, just whatever you want. Okay, so we did 3 page layouts, or 3 different things to embellish our journal, Stitch Your Story. And this one is using a doily for a corner tuck right here. Then we did a little more elaborate here, making a flip up with a side tuck pocket on the top part, then a belly band with a flip up around it for journaling, and it is a belly band, so we can tuck our tag in there. Then the last one we did is a little flip out from inside the pocket. You can see you can still use the pocket, but then we have this little flip. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. This is just a few of the embellishments that I would do for this journal. If you would like more, I'm happy to give you a few more, but we're moving into Christmas in July pretty quick, and so let me know. It'll be in the next day or so. Thanks so much for watching.